Hello and welcome. This screencast is to show you how to prepare a video that you shot for rotoscoping, where we're going to trace over the frames that we've shot here. So you are going to use a couple applications for this. Since I imported my video with Lightroom, I'm going to use Lightroom, and I'm going to choose this clip here, and I'll scrub over. You can see a little preview of me plugging my ears. So that's what I'm going to rotoscope. Let's go to Premiere. Adobe Premiere is in your application folder. So if you go to the Finder, click on Applications, scroll down to kind of the bottom of the Adobe list here, and choose Adobe Premiere Pro. Start out by making a new project. So if you haven't used it before, this will be empty. We're going to click New Project, name this Rotoscope. I'm going to call this Demo. You can change the location of where this is saving here by clicking Browse, but everything else you should be good. Click OK. And then also make sure that you are in the editing mode here, the editing workspace. So if you see these buttons up here, you might be on another one. I'm using editing. If you don't see these up here, you can go to the window menu, choose workspace, and then editing. And I'm going to start off by using the project panel. So under window, make sure that project is selected. That will give me this project window. Now the challenge is to just go back into wherever your video is being held, either in Lightroom or the Finder. I'm going to scoot Lightroom over and just click and drag it and drop it here into the Rotoscope Demo Project Panel window here. That gives me the name of my movie. I'm going to double click on it, and here you see me talking. I'm just going to scrub through this until I find the part that I want. We'll see when my face starts changing. So I want it to start right here. The goal is to get this video to only be 1 second long. So right now it's 4 seconds long. Once you are at your starting point, I'm going to click on the I button on the keyboard. That is between the U and the O key. So hit I, and then I'm going to scrub through. I know my eyes close here, so right when my eyes close, that'll be my last frame right there. So at the last frame, hit the O key, that's the out point. So now you can see the range of frames here from the in point to the out point. In this source window where we're looking at the clip, it's still 2 seconds long, but that's okay. We're going to do something to shorten this. I need to begin though by dragging this video into the timeline window that you see here. There's a couple different ways of doing this. Because I just want to use the video, I don't need to deal with the audio. I'm going to just click and drag on this little video thumbnail. You can also just click and drag on the image itself, but that will drag the audio as well. So I just want video. I'm going to click and drag into the timeline, and that will make a new sequence for me automatically. And open up in the right side here your what's called a program, but basically this is your project. Whatever you're working on in the timeline will play up here in the upper right window. I want to zoom in because if we look at the timeline, it's super small, my work area. So the zoom is down here, these two bars. Or I guess it's one bar that has like two handles. I'm going to click and drag on the right hand side of that bar, drag it to the left so we can see my sequence a little better. From here, I really just need to kind of shorten this clip. The easiest way to do that is to right click on this little bar here where my video is. Whoops. And I'm going to choose speed duration. So right click on the clip, choose speed duration, and then under duration, you're basically going to type in how many frames you feel like drawing. So I'm going to do 29 frames because we're doing 29 frames a second or 30 frames a second. You know, if you want to make it a little bit simpler, I want you to do at least 24 frames. So yeah, let's just do that. Just type in 2, 4, and that's it. And then if you click away from this window, it will do all the time code for you automatically. 24 frames. It speeds up the clip to 270%, but that's fine. This will work. Click OK. Now I've got a 24 frame clip. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to do to this before we save it. Especially if you are going to be drawing this on a light table, I would definitely consider making this black and white and make it contrasty. So a really easy, quick way to do that is to look under the effects. We're going to add a contrast. So I'm going to go Window, Effects, and then I'm just going to do a search because I really actually don't know where it is. Just do a search for contrast, and you get this monochrome normal contrast thing will pop up. Go ahead and double click on it. Well, actually, I'm going to click and drag and drop it right on top of there. So now you can see in my program window, it's now black and white. And over on this side, we have settings. So my window is really small. Let me open this up a little bit. So when you choose this monochrome normal contrast, you have these different settings. If I scroll through here, I'm going to choose, we'll try monochrome punch. So you just double click. That makes it super contrasty. Look under the effect controls window. So I think I have too many of these. So here's all the things I've done. I'm going to get rid of this normal contrast. So I actually, because I double clicked on these twice, it did two like contrastiness effects. I want to get rid of just this one monochrome normal. Okay, so now I've got a nice contrasty image. This will help you trace later, definitely. So if you're doing it in Toon Boom, maybe you don't need to do this. But yeah, so now I'm going to export this. Go to the File menu, choose Export, and then Media. And under the format option here, choose JPEG. So I think by default, yours will probably say format H.264. We want JPEG because this is going to make not a video, but like an image sequence. It's going to save 24 pictures for us. Click on Output Name so we know where it's going. You might as well put it in a new folder, especially if you're going to print it. Click on New Folder, put your last name, Rotoscope. So this folder you're going to turn into me because I have to print for my computer. Click Create. You can leave this file name the same. It's just going to use this to name the image sequence. Yeah, click Save. And then lastly, you want to do export here. And that is saving individual black and white images. I'll go to the Finder, look in my desktop folder called the ZBarth Rotoscope, and I'm going to select the first one, hit the space bar, and just kind of cycle through this. So I didn't do this black and white thing when I printed out my animation, but I wish I would have because it was kind of hard to see some of the lines, that I was trying to draw. But yeah, that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you like this video. Next one will show you how to do this how to trace over them in Toon Boom Studio. Thank you very much.